Hello there everyone, you've tuned in uxwbill. A couple of months ago I made a product review video featuring the Modern Table Meals brand lentil-based elbow pasta product. Some of you might even happen to be familiar with that video. But in case you are not, you might want to go ahead and pause this video for a moment and watch that one. I won't mind one bit. There's a lot of stuff to watch here on YouTube in the meantime, so I'll just wait patiently until you get back. However, if you're one of those folks who's trapped in the increasingly frenetic pace of today's world and you feel as though you just don't have time to invest in watching that particular review video, I'll summarize its contents by saying that unfortunately the Modern Table Meals lentil elbow pasta product did not turn out very well. However, not long after I made that review, something particularly awesome happened. The nice folks at Modern Table Meals contacted me in regards to that video, stating that in January 2017 or thereabouts, they would be reformulating and re-releasing their products to the market. They also offered to send me some of those products for an updated review, and I accepted their offer. Here we are in May of 2017, and they sent me those products. Now, what I don't know for sure is exactly what version of the Modern Table Meals products you will find for sale in your area grocery store. And I don't know how you could determine that. There probably is some sort of a manufacturing code stamped into the package, but I didn't inquire about that, and if you want to be sure, I think you would be best advised to contact Modern Table Meals directly and ask them so that you can be sure you're getting the latest and greatest revision of their product. The awesome folks at Modern Table Meals did not send me just another carton of lentil elbow pasta. They actually sent me several products, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at them right now. Let's see what they sent. Here are the products that were sent to me by the folks at Modern Table Meals. Some of these are actually meal kits, which you could serve for dinner. Others are plain pastas that you could serve in any way regular pasta can be served. And rounding out the selection are 3 different macaroni and cheese flavors. Starting from the back row on the left side, let's take a look at what they sent. The first product is a cheddar broccoli meal kit, followed by a sun-dried tomato basil meal kit. Lentil rotini, lentil penny, and lentil elbow pasta are the next 3 products. And then on the right side in the back row is a creamy marinara meal kit. In the middle row we have creamy garlic and herb, Parmesan pesto, creamy Alfredo, and then in the front row are the macaroni and cheese flavors, jalapeno cheddar, classic cheddar, and 3 cheese. Now, I am certainly looking forward to trying all of these flavors, but I thought we'd pick up where the previous review left off, and that I would fix the newly formulated version of the lentil elbow pasta, just to see how much it has changed. I can't swear to you that I'm going to make a video review featuring all of the other flavors, although if I find any of them particularly noteworthy, I might do so. As I said, I'm certainly looking forward to trying them out. Even if I do not post a video review of each separate flavor, I will update the description on this video with my thoughts and feelings about each one. So watch that space, because it will contain the most current and up-to-date information that is available about these products. Let's get cooking. Well, I have a pot of water coming to the boil. I thought we could take a moment and examine these lentil elbows in greater detail. I'm curious if I'll notice any differences in the texture or even the smell of the product as compared to the previous generation. One difference that I see right away is that of the packaging. I don't know how closely this matches their retail packaging, because again, these were sent to me compliments of the folks at Modern Table Meals, and there might be some kind of a sample pack as opposed to a retail pack. But if these are in fact the retail packages, I'm pleased to see that they have switched to a paperboard packaging instead of the plastic bag that the first generation product I purchased was delivered in. It's much easier to recycle the paperboard around here. Recycling programs in this area are very limited on what types of plastic materials they will accept, and unfortunately I was unable to recycle the Modern Table Meals packaging. It does seem that maybe this would be a little less convenient to open, and I know you're not supposed to cut toward yourself with a knife. Even when I'm making a serious video such as this, remember folks, uxwbill is a professional bad example operating on a closed course. and you should never attempt anything he does at your house, your friend's house, and certainly not your place of work, because you'll get fired. And I've got some experience with just how hard it is to find another job. So let's see, what do we have in here? I do still have a few, to be completely honest, and I'm trying not to come down unfairly on the folks at Modern Table Meals, because I realize this is a specialty product. I do have some reservation about the price of these products versus the quantity that you get. Do I expect them to sell for $1 a box? No, I certainly don't. But I do think it's a little on the high side, perhaps, to pay between $5 and $6 a package for these products. If the price could get down to the range of maybe $3.50, $4, I think that would be very reasonable, especially if there were a couple ounces more product included along the way. Just a random opinion of mine, really doesn't have anything to do with the nature of the review itself. I'll fish one of these guys out here and take a look at it, and I'll hold it up to the camera here in a moment. And at least color and texture wise, I really don't notice a lot of difference from the original first generation product. This might be a little bit lighter in color. They told me that they had put a few different products in here. Let's see what the ingredients actually say about this. They mention red lentil flour, which was in the original product. They also mention white rice and pea protein. So instead of being a pure lentil pasta, this is actually a hybrid. I'm sure that the majority ingredient is lentils, but there's some white rice and pea protein in there. And I believe they told me that those actually serve to give the product a texture that's much more like regular pasta products. As far as the smell goes, I would say it probably doesn't have as strong of a smell to it, though I don't recall the original product really smelling strongly of any particular aroma or substance. So go ahead and just hold one of these elbows up to the camera here so that you can see it for yourself in full-on high definition, assuming the camcorder will actually decide to focus on the elbow. I guess it's not going to do that. I can overwrite it, but that takes a few more hands than what I've got. I'm not sure it's going to get this done. Come on, camera. You can do it. I have faith. But apparently it does not share my assessment of this. So, I guess for all of you out there in YouTube land, it will be a bit of an approximation what this actually looks like, because I have overridden the focus here. And I'm still not really getting much of a result. It seems like it's... Of course, this is why touchscreens as a whole are just absolutely awful things for certain tasks. Alright, well, enough wasting time with that. We'll let the water come to a boil, and I'll start cooking this stuff up. Oops, I dropped the elbow on the floor. Well, you know what they say about a 5-second rule, right? There we go. I'll go ahead and let that water come to a boil. And speaking of water coming to a boil, someone on the previous video had posted a comment stating that they felt I'd overcooked the pasta. I suppose that's certainly a possibility. It's something that I'm definitely going to try to avoid this time around. And here we have a pot of water that's come to a nice rolling boil. That should be ready for our pasta. So let's just go ahead and put that in the pot. Whenever you cook pasta, you always want to add it to the water slowly so that the boiling action continues. I know I just poured that whole box in there, but there's so little of it that I don't think I'll have to worry about it. The water is still definitely boiling. And I'll just go ahead and let this cook for a couple minutes. But thanks to the magic of video editing, you do not have to wait that long. Alright, so the stove timer just went off. I put 7 minutes on the clock, and it's as accurate as a 40-plus-year-old mechanical timer can ever be expected to be. And already I can say there's definitely an improvement. The product does seem to have produced a bit of a brothy water, but the pasta itself has a much better texture. The first generation product produced a kind of sludge when I cooked it, and that is definitely not present here. Now I'd reach in there and I'd grab out a noodle and I'd eat it right now just to give you my thoughts, but I'd probably burn myself. It does have much the same vegetable sort of smell that the first generation product did. And I've also noticed that it does tend to clump and stick together a little bit, even though I salted my pasta water and stuck a little bit of oil in there as well. But the ultimate proof will be how it actually tastes. I do think it looks much, much better than the first generation product. So really the only thing that's left to do at this point is to grab a plate, get my sauce out of the microwave, sit down and just see what it's like. But I think it's going to be better. We'll see. A few minutes and several bites later, I'm back, and I have to say that I am seriously impressed with the reformulated versions of these products from Modern Table Meals. These are 1,000,000 times better than the product I reviewed several months ago. So hats off to them for doing a great job reformulating these products. I really only have one very minor reservation about this product, and it's probably not going to be an issue that bothers anyone out there at all, especially after you've prepared your pasta however you like it with whatever sauces, meats, and cheeses you happen to prefer. I did notice that when I was moving it from the cooking pot to the colander, that the pasta had a greater tendency to stick to itself as compared to wheat pasta. It's also definitely different from wheat pasta. It's slightly different in terms of texture, and I also noticed it was firmer, though that may have been a byproduct of my being conservative with the cooking time, if I did in fact overcook the previous generation of the product, which I hope I didn't. But if I did, I was careful not to do that this time. All around, though, this is a great product. I would certainly recommend it, and I want to thank the folks at Modern Table Meals for doing such an awesome job with their customer service. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. You really hit it out of the park. It was a class act, and they've done a great job reformulating these. So I would definitely give this the uxwbill seal of approval. So thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have a comment, I'd certainly like to hear your views.